Hello, everyone. Welcome to the cruise news this morning. Hope you're having a great weekend. Pretty blah out here in Philadelphia, actually, New Jersey. Offices in New Jersey. So, pretty blah day, but we're going to get through it. It's warm, I'll tell you that. Fred and Lisa, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. You guys asked how Peanut is. Peanut's doing good. She is getting around fairly well. Got to be really careful now. She doesn't have a splint on, so we are taking it real slow. She doesn't want to take it slow, but we're taking it slow. She's still on complete activity restriction. She's only allowed to go out, go to the bathroom, and come back in, but she's crazy. So we're working on it. Thank you guys for asking. Very much appreciate it. Stephanie Peck, good morning. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Basebally, hello, welcome. Joe, good morning. Hope you are doing well. Brian, hope you're doing well too. Ryan, let me know when you want to do our little catch up on Getaway. We could do a little video, do a fun video with your review of Getaway. Leslie Trent, good morning. Smooches to you as well. Hope you're having a great Sunday morning. Matt Ryan, good morning. Hope you are doing well. Got some cruise news to go through this morning. Decent amount of cruise news, nothing too crazy, but we got some stuff going on. First up, Carnival Vista, going to be the first ship to visit and open Celebration Key in the Bahamas. So they did a preview this weekend for the locals and the community leaders of Grand Bahama. They were treated to an exclusive preview of the Celebration Key. The preview took place at the same time that Carnival Vista embarked. Carnival Vista will be there July 19th for its grand opening, the end of this week. Everyone got to visit, all the people who got to go to the preview got to visit the Sun Castle racing water slides, the freshwater lagoons, all the fun things there. This is very much a kind of copy and paste of Perfect Day, which is totally fine. I hope all the cruise lines do fun stuff like this. It's awesome. I am here for it. Hopefully we'll get to see tons of fun little additional private islands. We're going to have another Perfect Day soon. La Lipa is going to be out soon. Lots of fun things. Duke, good morning. I sent you that email with the new thing with all your pricing. I didn't see your last email, Duke. I apologize for that. So that was on me. Next up, Celebrity Excelbora is going to be doing its fun new restaurant. This is going to cater to brunch and date nights. It's really interesting. It's an alfresco rooftop venue. It looks really, really nice. It's going to have like a nice, fun Bloody Mary bar for your brunches. It's going to have a little bit of a Mediterranean flair. It's also going to be open for date night and dine under the stars. I love that. I think it's really cool. Looks really fun. I said in my video yesterday, I feel like Celebrity is leaning very much virgin-ish territory. So I'm hoping maybe they will continue that trend and maybe go kidless. I don't think they will, but who knows? It'd be nice to have another child-free option. Charlie, good morning. Hope you're having a great weekend and a great Sunday morning so far. Norwegian Star is apparently stuck. It had a power issue. It was helped back to port. So it was supposed to be on our way to Canada and Iceland, but it embarked on its 14-night transatlantic crossing on July 12th, and it needed to get help back to the Manhattan cruise terminal due to a power outage. It did not get far at all. It got like within a few hours, and it was guided back by tugboats. So people on board, of course, have confirmed it. The power's working intermittently. There's no air conditioning or running water. That's not great because it's hot. So they're trying to get it fixed, and then it will be on its way. We shall see. This is what happens. It's a little bit of an older ship. Again, I think it's one of the reasons that you just have to be prepared for anything. You're on a ship in the middle of the ocean sometimes. Crazy things happen. You have to just be prepared and patient that they're going to get things fixed. I'm sure they'll get some type of onboard credit because everyone will complain. So, Hope, good morning. Hope you're having a great weekend out there in Pennsylvania as well. Next up, Regent has a new ship out. And this ship is going to have some sailings that are going to do overnight at every single port. It's really, really cool. They're doing 133 night cruise as well. That's going to have 60 overnight ports. That's amazing. But they have 234 cruises that will be available for booking on July 23rd in just 10 days. And you can get 50% off your deposits if you book by August the 6th on this brand new Seven Seas Prestige in 2026. It will be out late 2026. It's 40% larger than Regent's current largest ship, but will only have 10% more passengers. So that's really, really cool. It looks amazing. I can't believe they're doing some cruises that are doing an overnight at every single port. I love that. I love overnights at ports. I think they are amazing. So that would be really cool to see that trend. It's really nice to see some of the luxury brands that have kind of, I think over the past, since before the pandemic, have really taken their foot off the pedal. There wasn't, I guess, as much demand for those luxury brands, so they just had a few ships. A lot of those ships were older. And now we see Oceania, Regent, obviously Ritz-Carlton, Four Seasons, all of them coming out with these new luxury brand ships, which I think is great for the cruise industry. It gives you something to aspire towards or move up to if you like cruising. Even Silver Sea as well has new ships. So I think that's amazing. Laura Tucker, good morning. Hope you are doing well. Charlie said, what opinions are you hearing from clients, cruisers about recent Carnival news with new behavior restrictions? We talked about it a little last week. It's racial. I don't know if it's racist, but it's racial. I don't know. It's, they have problems. I think they could have worded things differently. I think they could have said all music. Behavior restrictions are great if they're enforced, just like everything else, right? If we're not going to allow people to act crazy, let's not allow them to act crazy. If we're going to have rules about dress code or whatever your thoughts are on that, if they have them, then enforce them. If you're not allowed to hold chairs for 30 minutes, enforce them. That's my whole thing with rules. Or you get into the situation that you're in now with Carnival where they just let go of the rope and wanted to make everybody happy. I think especially coming out of the pandemic, there was this huge fear of saying no to people because they had very few people booking and they were afraid. And now they're screwed, right? And now we're in this position where it's insane and they can't stop people from doing things. So look, if you don't want people to act crazy, don't let them act crazy. Shut it down. Just keep banning people. We have to, reteach people how to behave on vacation, apparently. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, look, it's it's a big issue on Carnival. It's a big issue. I told you, even on Royal, when I was on my last Royal cruise, I saw bad behavior. People are nuts. So I am hearing from my clients that they are seeing no changes on any of the cruises. I had a bunch of people go out on Carnival in the past couple of weeks. Same old, same old. So who knows? We shall see. Fred and Lisa said, I was surprised when I called Celebrity for special needs item. They told me I need a doctor's note of prescription for a Sharps box, but not for Royal Caribbean. Yeah, I'm not sure why that is, guys. I'm guessing, I think Royal has Sharps boxes in the rooms. Maybe Celebrity doesn't have them in the rooms. I don't know. Not sure. I think one of the biggest problems with special needs right now with respect to cruising is that we're seeing such an uptick of people bringing scooters on board, like the motorized scooters, which are huge, right? On Royal, I'm not even kidding, maybe 80 to 100 scooters on board. That's a lot of scooters. And I think now there's like hundreds of people that are bringing CPAPs on board, which means they need extension cords, which means they need distilled water. And I think, with all the people with the trying to bring their service animals or emotional support pets, I think they want to really make sure that people need things they need. So it doesn't surprise me that you need a doctor's note. But it's weird that it's Celebrity and not Royal. It's strange. Mike from Nebraska, hello. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a great day out there. Michael, thank you very much. I just saw that come in. I'll take care of that as soon as we get off here. Katie Myers, good Sunday morning to you as well. Edward Clayton, good morning to you. Hope you're having a great day. Baseball, he said, what Carnival ship is the safest in terms of fighting? Look, when it comes to Carnival, in the issues that you see, most of the issues that you're going to see are going to be on the cheaper, older, quicker cruises, right? They're more booze cruisy. So if you see a 2 or 3 night cruise out of Miami, people are going to be lit up, right? They're going to get drunk. They're going to start fighting. There's going to be problems. Even on some of the longer cruises out of Miami, if you find it's like a really cheap one, a 5-dayer on like Conquest, you're going to have problems. If you're on Jubilee or Celebration, any of the newer like Excel class ships, Mardi Gras, it's going to be far less. Longer the cruise, the better if you're doing that. But I was on Jubilee and people's behavior was wonderful. And it's not a specific demographic of people. I know every time you see the fights, it's, there's this thing with, you just see people talk about it all the time. Jay from Ship Life, who's black, did a video about it, talking about black people fighting on Carnival. Yes, that's who you see in the videos. I've been on ships. I've seen fights. It's everybody, right? Just like everything else in the world, everybody fights. There's all kinds of issues with all kinds of people, no matter age. I've seen old people fighting, see young people fighting. It's not a specific group of people. You see it on, just gets shown all the time. And look, to be honest, a lot of those shorter cruises, there's more of a local demographic. There's more, maybe the ship is like 90%, 100% occupancy. So you have all these people on a tiny, small ship drinking a lot, and there's going to be fights. But on Jubilee and Celebration and Mardi Gras and all those ships, it's a very diverse demographic of, I would say, like 30 to 40% standard whites, your common whites, like myself. And then it's a lot of like Hispanic, a lot of blacks, a lot of Europeans, whatever it is, right? Great, no issues. It tends to be a shorter cruise, and whoever's on that shorter cruise, there's going to be fights. There's going to be issues because people are drunk. So, you're safe on any of the bigger ships, longer cruises. That's my advice. Do that. Charlie said, who would make up? I don't think it's about the Sharps box in general. I think it's about special needs. I think tons of people coming on with scooters, with wheelchairs, with different needs. I think they're just really kind of trying to crack down a little bit because they don't have the resources to handle it, like 700 people that are needing issues. So I think they're just trying to control. I don't think it's Sharps box in general. Price of a cruise versus cruise line. Correct, Matt. You're absolutely correct. Although I saw bad behavior on Icon, and I paid $6,200 to go on Icon for an inside cabin. So it's not always the price. To me, it's more length of the cruise, and now I think it's more new cruisers. That's it. Not young cruisers, people that are new to cruising. Get on a cruise ship, get drunk, start fights, just don't know any better, don't act right, whatever it is, right? Could be whatever. Charlie, I think that's really mean that you said I'm from Philly and I'm used to seeing bad behavior. It's fair and very true. Yep. I won't go to, I've said this before. I love sports, right? I grew up, I played sports my whole life. I will go to a Phillies game. Not now, it's too hot, but I'll go to Phillies games. It's fine. I will not go to an Eagles game. You couldn't pay me to go to an Eagles game. It is bananas, the behavior that goes on there. Just bananas. Michael said Conquest was bad. Yeah, Conquest is a very old ship. Very cheap cruises, smaller cruises, quicker cruises. You're going to see fights. It just is what it is. Bruce, good morning. Hope you are doing well. Hope you're having a great day. I am also not black, and I'm not going to talk about black issues. I'll let Jay on the Ship Life And those people talk about those issues. But in my opinion, it's everybody. It's just shorter cruises tend to bring that out, more people. And I've seen everybody with bad behavior. Next up, MSC Bellissima wins the Best Asian Cruise Ship. It's really cool. MSC is really, really out there in Europe and in Asia. And now they're coming for Alaska and obviously North America. Tons of ships are being built. I think it's a really exciting time in cruising for MSC in particular, where you don't see a lot of bad behavior, even though they're cheaper cruises, right? Because MSC is a private company and doesn't worry about shareholders. And I see them tell people to knock it off on MSC. I've seen more unhinged employees on MSC, which I'm here for, where people come up and start yelling and they're like, hey, shut up. And I'm like, all for it. I'm like, great, this is great. So yeah, that's fun. Oceania Allura, where you will not see fights, has been delivered to NCL. That's fantastic. That is a brand new, beautiful ship. It is, if you haven't tried Oceania yet, it's a very, very nice elevated brand. It's owned by NCL. Highly recommend you giving them a try. That ship looks incredible. Nicole, good morning. Hope you are doing well. Hope you're having a great weekend. Royal has started construction on their brand new terminal, not to be outdone by MSC with their brand new terminal. The demolition started this week on Terminal G down there in the Miami Cruise Terminal. This is the company, Lamartec. It's the company that built Norwegian's Terminal B, which is beautiful. The new terminal is going to be able to accommodate 7,000 passengers a day, which is basically the Icon ship. It is a multi-level terminal with separate passenger flow for incoming and outgoing cruises, which is very, very nice. It's going to separate those on different floors, which I'm all for. Multi-story parking garage with ground level bus parking and very designated specific drop-off. It is going to have LEED Silver certifications. It's going to be for Royal, Celebrity, and Silver Sea. It looks incredible. It will be their second cruise terminal. They have Cruise Terminal A, which is beautiful. They're going to continue to keep Terminal A. Then they will have Terminal G, which was originally built in 1999 for Voyager of the Seas. It's one of the oldest cruise terminals in Miami. It does look really beautiful. It's nice to see that they're getting these new terminals there. I love that. The MSC one is spectacular. If you get a chance to see the MSC terminal down there, it is really, really, really beautiful. Leslie said, make it make sense. Why do I need to be looking at an 18-year-old in the club, curfew at 11 p.m. up the price? Yeah, look, there's easy ways to fix it, right? Like I said, if you go on Norwegian, right, which Leslie goes on Norwegian all the time. If you go on Norwegian, the clubs are dead at like midnight, right? So there's a way to shut down bad behavior. Bad behavior is generally going to happen later at night or during the day on the pool deck when people are just hammered. But later at night when people are out, they're trying to get pizza at 3 a.m, they're hammered. People are fighting over whatever. Somebody looked at somebody else's girlfriend, whatever it is, right? Curfews, make sure people are doing what they're supposed to be doing and raise pricing, which they're all doing anyway. So yeah, I mean, it's just silly. Will Terminal G be closed completely? Because I know that Freedom will use that terminal later on during its 4-night credit. No, it probably will be closed, and they will probably move that to a different terminal. And I'm just guessing, because they are demolishing the current terminal. So that is my understanding of it. We shall see. Stephanie said, how far is the port from the airport of Miami? It's about 15 minutes without traffic. If you get there the day of the cruise early in the morning, if it's a Saturday or Sunday, it's going to take 35, 40 minutes. If you get there like midday, like on an off time during the day, it's 10, 15 minutes. When you're coming off the cruise, it's like 15 minutes you're at the airport. It's really smooth. So generally speaking, I recommend getting dropped off not at the port. I have like strategies I can email you for not going directly to the port, going around like in a different direction, taking an Uber to the port, and it winds up being much quicker. But I can give people that advice. Leslie said Carnival needs to tell all passengers they need their passport, not a birth certificate. It's a good start. It's a good start, right? Yep. Add a little difficulty to get there. That helps. Baseball, he said in October, I saw a nasty fight on Seascape. It's interesting. It's not that it doesn't happen everywhere. There are fights everywhere in life, right? It's just happens way more on Carnival and now Royal than it does anywhere else. Charlie said, I love the curfews. I don't have to argue with my 14-year-old. Them's the rules. I don't make them. I agree. Totally. Yep. Just put those rules into place and enforce the rules. That's all it is. It's very, very simple. Ryan said, a lot of teens on my last cruise. Comes with being a holiday week. 18 plus took full advantage of the beer wine club. Was crazy. The one night I went, kept turning on the lights and checking IDs. Yeah, I mean, that's wild. They should just keep the drinking age at 21 for those. That's crazy. That's really, really crazy. That's asking for problems, for sure. Speaking of rules, Royal Caribbean is banning ducks in the park. This is something that drives me crazy when I'm on Oasis or Icon class ships. Central Park now has signs up that says not to hide ducks there. And I think the whole duck thing is fun. I really do. I enjoy it. People get out of control with it, obviously, just like they get out of control with everything else. But my big thing with the ducks in Central Park is those are live plants that people are taking care of, and you see kids just rifling through those plants and ripping them and like shoving them and walking in the plant area looking for things. You see parents doing it. So I like the idea that there's no ducks in Central Park. And don't be hiding them in the dirt in plants anyway. I mean, just be a little respectful of your surroundings. The duck thing should be fun. It's not supposed to be drama, of ruining things. Ryan said, if there were bouncers checking at the door, all could have been avoided. Simple fix. Agreed. Totally agreed. Bruce said, go to bed by 10 o'clock. We've never seen a fight on 20 cruises. So I've been on 83 cruises, and I've seen maybe just one or two disagreements / fights. I'm definitely in bed early, so I'm not up for the drama. I do stay up occasionally for different things, but yeah, you're right. Just go to bed early, and it's all you won't see it. Joe said the same thing. I'm in bed at 10 o'clock. Same. So speaking of Royal, Star of the Seas has been delivered. It's going to kick off cruising next month with a bunch of inaugurals, which is really, really fun. In other news, Bar Harbor hates cruising, which we know already. They've spent over $1 million in legal fees already to try to keep these cruise ships out. So there's 8 legal cases already. The cruise ship policy, land use, and code enforcement that they are involved in. So that's 8 different cases. 7 of these cases are brought by private parties seeking to change or overturn the town's decision, and 1 initiated by the town as an enforcement action. So the local people that have companies and small businesses there are fighting to get people back into Bar Harbor, and the rich people are fighting to not let us in to Bar Harbor. So the town has spent $433,000 this year, and they have $130,000 more for the rest of the year. They spent $421,000 last year and $313,000 in 23. It's $1.165 million to defend these things in court, which is insane. Just give that money to the small businesses and stop messing around with it. Stephanie said, I'm in bed by 7. Not that bad. Close, though. Ryan said, no fights, thankfully, just teens testing their alcohol limits. Yep, it's all good. We've all been there. I talked yesterday about the new Celebrity Excel venues. I have a video on it yesterday if you want to check it out. There are 4 new venues. The pool club, which looks really fun. The attic at the club, which is like an adult arcade. We have a giant new spa with a sun deck, which is great, and a new celebrity flagship store. That looks like it's going to be really nice as well. I love the store. I love getting some swag on that cruise. Friend Lisa said, it's sad to me. I would love to go to Bar Harbor. Same. Bar Harbor is amazing. There are still some cruises that go there, but they are fighting it. Tooth and Nail. Regent 7 Seas, talking about luxury brands. They broke their own record for the most bookings in a single day. It was achieved on June 25th of this year. It opened its bookings for that 7 Seas Prestige. It broke the record by 26%, which is crazy. And that Skyview Regent Suite, people have a lot of money. The Skyview Regent Suite, which was available at $25,000 per night, is already sold out on 6 of the 13 sailings. Bananas. If anyone here booked that and you didn't book it through me, I'm very disappointed. I could really use that commission. Last but not least, in cruise news, the Prima and the Breakaway are doing the switcheroo in San Juan and New Orleans. We talked about it a little bit last week. We got clarification on that. I did a video on it this week. They are indeed switching for winter of 2026, 2027. They will switch their little ports there. And there you have it. That is the cruise news for today, July 13th, 2025. Hi, Stephen. How are you? Welcome. Quick reminder, Wednesday's live stream, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We will have Adrian, the cruise and travel guy from Australia, will be on. He seems super nice. We're going to have him on, talk all about cruising. I'll try not to have a fake Australian accent by the end of it. And then hope everybody enjoys the rest of your week. We'll see what kind of fun videos we have this week, since they still have no cruising on the horizon. Hope everybody has a wonderful week. Enjoy your summer, and we'll see you all on Wednesday. Thanks, everyone. Bye.